All right, everyone, this is update on the woods improvement project. You can see here this dangerous tree did not make it very long. I went up here to check on it the day I filmed it, and Dad wanted me to wait until I could get some help this weekend. Well, the tree didn't make it, but literally 2 days after I filmed it. And it's not carpenter ants, but it's root rot. These roots are full of yellow fungus everywhere. All these roots, even that one there is coated in it. You can clearly see the fungus line right here. From here down is nothing but penetrated fungus. This root is extremely soft. It has rotted this out. There wasn't much root left holding it up. So this disease struck extremely quick. Unfortunately, this was a perfectly healthy, highly productive white oak that we had. And you can see it's a good sized tree. Unfortunately, that's a lot of production gone, so I got to make up for what's lost. Back here, a lot of cutting. My hands are still shaking and tight today. I did a lot more cutting than I did in the last video. This is probably the cleanest part of it. A lot of the zigzag trees here on the road, can't really recognize the place. But remember, as messy as this is, you still have to keep your goals intact. This is going to be the nastiest part of any woods improvement project that you are doing. Matter of fact, this is probably the easiest way in. And you can see here a lot of tree tops down. Kind of budding out a little bit there. But they normally have big buds on the ends anyway. So a lot of sassafras trees are gone now. And I can't cut everything down, unfortunately, that I need to. But this crisscross right here gives you an idea of how many trees are just not helping your deer. I can get more quality tonnage out of the ground than I can off of these trees. That is where I'll start packing a lot more weight on and hopefully grow some extra large antlers to go with it. But it's definitely opened way up. Sorry for any shakiness. My hands are just about toast right now. Plans have kind of changed here a little bit. The neighbor came up and asked me what I was doing. And when I told her what we were trying to help the deer out up here, she requested to have these trees. They got a new fire pit and they can't wait to start burning something in it. So I'm going to overload them with firewood. They're going to hate looking at it when I'm done with them. But that's one help that I need. And once I clean a lot of this up, this tree will be the snag will be my last cut. Everything else is done. I may cut maybe 2 more trees, possibly this one here and maybe one more over there, and that's it. I'll be done completely. I'm also eyeing at possibly cutting down a few of those sassafrasses around those big white oaks right there. More room for them to limb out on the lower end of the tree. So I'm trying to do anything I can to add a few more nuts. Over here I about made a mistake, and we're all human, but I totally missed this when I was flagging trees. This corner is going to be absolutely perfect. This looks totally different now. Don't recognize it, but I about made a bad mistake and nearly cut this persimmon tree down. It's a good thing I did a double take. Nice tall tree. I'm not actually concerned about it choking this white oak tree down or out. The tree, this white oak, will get much bigger than this persimmon will, and canopy over the top of it. But I'll open this up around here and should help this persimmon and make more persimmons for the deer. Over here is another persimmon. I nearly cut it down. At first glance, I thought it was a dogwood, but I about made a bad mistake on that. Same thing over here. Another persimmon right here. Very helpful trees to have. And this corner will be hot. So once these persimmons get old enough to produce, I'll have persimmons, I'll have red oaks, and I'll have white oaks, all in this one spot right here. The perfect smorgasbord mix as far as grains go. So I fully expect a whole lot of activity here, you know, into September, especially October. This right here ought to be hot. Saved another red oak right here. Got rid of a whole lot of trees. A lot of trees gone. It's really opened this up in here. Not only do we get a chance at, you know, since the blinds right here, I've actually got way more open areas to shoot through now. Because when you were in the blind, you had to look really hard to see the deer coming across that backside and going toward this white oak and then coming across. You really had to be looking to see them. So it shouldn't be that way now. And since they were always back here on this end cutting across, when the attraction kicks in, they'll be right here. And just don't panic. This is always the messiest part of any project you do, is the initial tree falls. It totally looks like, I mean, if you were looking at this right now, you would look at me like I'm crazy and I've just totally destroyed your woods. And technically you would be right. I've mostly destroyed your woods. But what will come back here once this is burned off, I have to get, this is the most inhibiting part of any forest, is this leaf litter. I can open up a ton of sunlight in here like I have now, and stuff would still not sprout because leaves are the main culprit at this point. So I've removed a lot of the big filtering sun, and then I'm going to remove the main filter problem, and that should give this plenty of time to explode with some type of native species in here, and we'll see how beneficial it turns out to be this year. Remember, if you have questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. You can leave them in the comments. You can send me a personal message on the messenger if you want to do that, as to what's going on here. Why did I totally destroy what looks like beautiful woods, which it was extremely beautiful woods. It's just not benefiting your deer. All right, everyone, you have a great day.